Listen to this story. This is really scary stuff. And I got a lot of listeners in the Twin Cities, and let me tell you, you should fight back. This is how some nice people and some not nice people collude to destroy America's unique vision. It's not often that students, I'm reading to you from the Minneapolis Star Tribute. It's not often that students outnumber adults at a school board meeting, but on Monday, that's 2 days ago, more than 24 teens turned out in South St. Paul asking the board to let them show their colors at graduation. Students from several groups at South St. Paul Secondary, including the Black Pride Organization, Comunidad de Latinos Unidos, the Women's Society, and the Sexuality and Gender Alliance, a group for LGBT students, want to wear sashes, also called stoles, to celebrate their identities. Immigrants, gay students, and students of color face extra obstacles during their education. Allowing students to wear the special sashes would, quote, give energy to a collective voice. I'm able to repurpose what was once an obstacle into a source of energy and pride. Shows you how brainwashed they already are. Anybody who uses the word repurpose, it's a giveaway. It's one of these fake words that the activist schools and teachers make up. Repurpose. Give energy to a collective voice. This is automatonish speech. First of all, none of these groups should exist at the school. None of them. You should all see there were 16 million views to one of my PragerU videos. I say my because I don't say my when in 90% of the cases the videos are given by other people. If it's it's mine. I gave this. It's also written what every high school principal should say. It's titled, Every American Needs to Hear This Speech. One of the things that I say is there will be no organizations. If I were principal, there would be no organizations celebrating anything other than what unites everybody. The left's, one of its many lies, it is based on lies. If you take away lies, there is no more left. I swear before God, I know that and I believe that. This is an example. When they blame Trump for disuniting the country, they base their whole basis is disunity. This is disunity. Why is there a Black Pride organization? Why is there a Comunidad de Latinos Unidos, community of United Latins or Latinos? Why is there a Women's Society and Sexuality and Gender Alliance, a group for LGBT students? Why do they exist? If I'm not LGBT, that's not my group. If I'm not black, that's not my group. If I'm not Latino, that's not my group. If I'm not woman, that's not my group. Why aren't there groups about history, about music, about art, about dance? That which unites us, let alone how about American groups? This is how we are destroying this country. You cannot have a diverse country that celebrates disunity. You can only have a diverse country if they celebrate what unites them. This gets worse. This article is all you need to know about what the left is doing to America. Some other school districts, such as St. Paul, recently have allowed students to don so-called identity adornments. Why? Because they're cowards. Almost synonymous with the word educator is coward. They don't know how to say no to students. And they may not even want to. They probably believe in identity adornments. How about the identity of you as an individual, as you as a kid at this school, and you as an American? Not sufficient. In South St. Paul, the students have gotten support and guidance from Jessica Davis, a math teacher, and a finalist this year for Minnesota Teacher of the Year. Wow. Wonder what the criteria are. Probably the criteria to be Teacher of the Year is, do the kids like you? Well, if you say yes enough, they'll really love you. This article is quite scary. Minneapolis Star Tribute about what happened 2 days ago in St. Paul. Students from several groups at South St. Paul Secondary, Black Pride Organization, Comunidad de Latinos Unidos, Women's Society, and the Sexuality and Gender Alliance. None of these groups should exist in a high school. They should be groups about history, art, dance, music, life, philosophy, religion. Instead, the left, having conquered high schools as much as colleges, now believes it is a value to disunite people. And then they blame it on Trump. The whole thing is sickening. Finalist for Minnesota Teacher of the Year, according to the article, a woman named Jessica Davis, I'm sure is a very sweet lady. She's helping ruin education in Minnesota. But she is, and I'm not being cute, she probably is a very nice lady.